Hello students, welcome back to Engineering Mathematics. I'm Danshwa Shabir. I hope you're fine, you're doing good. Today we are going to discuss two important questions of direction sense test. As already said that these questions are very important. This question was asked in MAT, which means Management Ability Test 2014. Okay? And this is asked in SSC CGL, okay? Combined Graduate Level Examination 2013. So from examination point of view, this is very important. So let's dive into these questions. So the first question says a train runs 120 kilometers in the west direction, 30 kilometers in the south direction, and then 80 kilometers in the east direction before reaching the station. Okay. So in which direction is the station from the train starting point? Okay. So even though we are given the distances here, how much the train has traveled, but still the examiner only and only wants us with the direction, okay, and the direction of the station from the train's starting point. So from where the train started, from there we have to find the direction of the station of the train. Okay, so these are two concepts, station and starting point. Okay, as you know, station is where the trains actually meet. Okay, and the starting point can be anything. Okay, if the train runs early in the morning, so it starts from the starting point and then heads towards the station. So these are the two concepts which I think they'll be clear now. Okay, now in these type of questions, the examiner tries to find out whether the student has actually grasped all the concepts of direction sense. So this is not just a direction, it's actually the questioner is asking about the frame of reference. Okay, so you have to see from where, from the starting point towards the station, and you have to judge what is the direction. That means if I have to go from starting point to the station, in which direction I will go. Okay, so this is the question. So before solving it, what I will do, I will make a small chart. I have left this space for it. So a train runs 120 kilometers in the west direction. You know what's west? Okay, so I will start. So this is the starting point here. Okay, so let's assume this starting point. So the train has started into the west direction. So west is which? See, I'm facing towards this direction. So this is my east, this is my west, and this is my north. So this is my north, and this is my north, and this is my south. Okay, so train runs 120 kilometers into the west direction. West is this direction. You know it. Okay, very well. I told you to memorize it. So we are good to go. So train has started from a starting point and is moving into the west direction. How many kilometers? 120 kilometers are already covered. Okay, great. Sorry, 30 kilometers in the south direction. Now the train moves 30 kilometers in the south. So you know the south direction is this direction. Okay, how many kilometers? 30. So I write 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers into the south direction. Okay, and 80 kilometers in east direction. Okay, now it will move 80 kilometers into the east, and east is which? This is east direction. Okay, so it has moved 80 kilometers. So that means it will be pretty lesser than this thing, because this is 120 and it will be smaller than this. This will be 80 kilometers. Okay, great. Before reaching the station, that means after traveling 80 kilometers, finally it has reached the station. So the station is here. So I will keep S for station, and this is the starting point. Okay, so this is station. Let me write station. Again, a train travels 120 kilometers into the west direction. Okay, 30 kilometers into the which direction? South direction, and 80 kilometers into the east direction before reaching the station. That means as soon as it completed 80 kilometers, it reached the station. Great. Okay, coming back, in which direction? So where to find in which direction is the station? So where to find the station? He tells that in which direction is the station. That means he has to go to the station. So he is asking me, can you tell me in which direction is the station? Okay, that means I have to tell the station in which direction is station. So I got a point, I got a tip here, that in which direction is the station. Okay, so that means he has to go to the station. So he is telling me, can you tell me in which direction is the station? So I'm telling him, okay, I will tell you the direction, but from where? So he tells from the train's starting point. That means I have to sit at the starting point or we both have to sit at the starting point and look towards which direction? The direction of the station, okay, and tell us or tell him the direction of the station, okay. So I will sit at the starting point and look towards the station directly, okay. So you don't have to look like this, you know that light owl straight, right? So I'll be looking from here, so I'm here, observer, so I'll be looking from here towards what? Towards the station, okay. So this is the real concept. Now tell me, what's the direction? So I looked from here, this point, so this point is my reference point. This is called a reference point or observer's point. This is called reference point. So from this point I have to look towards the station, okay. So I looked, and in which direction this is. So how to determine which direction is this? I will keep this as a central point, then I will make directions, okay. This is my direction, great, okay. Now, so which direction is this? This is obvious. I told you they will never change, directions will always remain the same. So this is always north, and this is always south. This direction, this is always west, and this direction, this is always east. So in which direction is he looking? Sorry, I am looking. So I am looking in this direction. This direction, this site lies between the directions or the primary directions of south and west. So this is, I am looking towards southwest, okay. So that means the station is in southwest direction from the, okay, from the starting point. Got it? So I looked from the starting point towards the station. So in which direction this is? This is towards the southwest direction, okay. So this is the simple concept and simple approach to solve these type of questions. So if, okay, now I'm telling you, now I told you that each and every question you have to analyze to pass every examination, okay. This is the key. So had it been in which direction is the station, or if the person is moving, or had it been in which direction is the train looking? The train is obviously looking in this direction because this is the end point right here. So train will be facing in this direction. This direction is which direction? This is east direction. So the answer would have been east direction. But he is not asking in which direction the train is looking. He is just asking that in which direction is the station. Okay, you have to tell me the direction in which station lies. From where? From the starting point. So I took him to my with me. I told him, okay, we'll sit at the starting point. He told, okay. So I looked towards the station from the starting point, okay. Then I drew a map over there, the directions, and I told him, yes, you have to move between the south and west direction, in between the southwest. So that means the direction of the station from the starting point is in which direction? Southwest. It is southwest. So do we have southwest? Yes. Here is southwest. So let me give a tick to southwest. So this is our correct option, okay. So you have to solve these type of questions in this way. So this is called a reference questions, okay. Don't get confused. Always and always read the question and also read the last part of the question. If it says you have to find the direction, then you don't have to do any type of calculations, okay. You just have to make this chart, or you can do it in mind. I promise you that if you solve 100 questions of this from any book, okay, Arihant or any other book, definitely you'll be able to do them in your mind, okay. So you have to keep practicing them. So you have to always look into the question that what the questioner actually asks. He doesn't ask that how much kilometers has a train traveled, or what's the distance between, we'll come to the distance in the next lecture, but he has just asked that I have to go to the station, okay. I have to go to the station and I'm at the starting point of the train. Can you tell me in which direction is the station? So yes, I told yes. I took him to the starting point. I looked towards the station, okay. And I told him that I am looking between west and south. That means your station is between southwest direction, okay. I hope you got it. Okay, now this is the most important question. Rani and Sarita, and this question was asked in SSC CGL 2013, okay. So from examination point of view, this is very important, okay. Coming back, Rani and Sarita started from a place X, okay. They started both at the place X. So let's see here. Let the place be X. So this is starting point, okay. Rani went west and Sarita went north, okay. So Rani went west. Let's say Rani went in this direction. This is west. Great. And Sarita went north. So what's the north from this point? North is this direction, obviously, right? Okay, great. both traveling with the same speed. That means if they started from the same place, they are traveling with the same speed. That means they have covered the same amount of distance. Okay, so I have just made this distance shorter in order to save the space. Okay, no problem with that. Coming back, after some time, both turned their left. Okay, both of them have left. I told you that this person Rani is here, Rani, and Sarita is moving in this direction. So Sarita's left is this direction. So she'll move in this direction, okay? Because Sarita is moving in this direction. So her left will be this. And Rani's left will always be this, obviously, right? So no problem with that. So after some time, both turned to their left, okay? I made a left turn. Savita made a left turn and Rani also made a left turn. And walked a few steps, okay? If they again turn to their left, again, they made a left turn again, okay? So what's the left of Rani in this position? I told you that when you are looking towards north direction, your left will be this direction. Your left will be this, okay? And my right will be this. Got it? Now Rani is coming in the opposite direction. That means she is facing towards me. So her left will be my right and my right will be her left, okay? So my left will be her right, and her right, and my right will be her left. Great. So Rani is traveling towards me, okay? Both turned their left and walked a few steps, okay? Now what's the left turn of Rani? Left turn of Rani is this, okay? Because this is my right turn. So Rani just moved in this direction. I told you that the trick is that you just assume yourself at Rani's place, okay? So Rani will turn in this direction. And what about Sarita? Okay, Sarita also turned left. So Sarita is traveling in this direction. What is her left? Her left is this direction, okay? This one, this thing, okay? So she will travel left. Great. So now, so the question ends here. Stop navigation. So in which direction the faces of Rani and Sarita will be with respect to X, okay? So let me tell you one thing, that Rani is moving in this direction, okay, great. So let me tell you one thing, that the examiner only and only wants us to say that what is the direction of the faces of Rani and Sarita. That means in which direction Rani's face is facing or Sarita's face is facing. Then he writes with, it's with actually, okay, will be with respect to X, okay? Then he tells us in which direction the faces of Rani and Sarita will be with respect to X. I am telling you one thing, that with respect to X, it doesn't matter in this question. This question is just to confuse you. Okay, so this is a SSC CGL level examination, so they put these questions there so that maximum students should fail. Okay, so coming back to the point, we have to just find the direction of the faces of Rani. That means we have to just see Rani and Sarita are facing in which direction. Okay, it doesn't matter that he wrote here with respect to X, with respect to anything. Okay, with respect to anything, Rani and Sarita, we have to find the Rani and Sarita's face is facing towards which direction. It doesn't change. Either if you see with respect to X, or with respect to anything, with respect to Sarita, where is Rani's face facing, or with respect to Rani, where is Sarita's face facing, it will always be facing in only one direction. There will be no change at all. Okay, we're not talking about the location of Rani and Sarita. We are talking about the faces, in which direction their face is facing. So it never gets changed, right? I told you that north, east, west and south, they never get changed. So the faces will get never changed. So had it been only this much, in which direction the faces of Rani and Sarita are facing, so same would be the answer. Okay, and had it been in which direction the faces of Rani and Sarita will be with respect to X, it will be the same answer. Okay, it doesn't matter with respect to, we can find the location of a person with respect to some other person, it changes or abruptly changes. But if we are talking about the direction their faces is facing, it will never, it's always the same. Okay, Rani will be facing in one direction with respect to any point in the reference. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. So this thing is for confusion purpose. I told you here, you have to find the starting point with respect to. So we had to find the location in the first question, the exact location. So I just stood here, I just signed this. But here in this question, he is saying that you have to find the direction in which their faces are facing. So if you see from X, if you see from Y, or if you see from any direction, their faces will be facing towards the same direction. So this thing is for confusion purposes. Okay, will be with respect to X or anything, this is for the confusion purpose. Now tell me, in which direction Rani's face is facing? Okay, so Rani is facing towards this direction. What is this direction? This is obviously east. And this direction, what is this direction? This direction is south. Okay, So this direction is south. So what is the main thing over here? And secondly, I told you about this. So whenever you have to find the faces towards which, so you have to just see the face of the person or the girl or anyone in the question. That will be the answer. No doubt, we don't have to find with respect to what. We can find the location with respect to some other point, but not the faces that are actually facing towards that direction. Faces will always be same. My face is facing right now towards which direction? Towards north. Okay. Now, from any point, it's facing towards north. So it won't change from some point. Okay. So my face is always facing towards north in this direction. My location will get changed from every point in my surrounding, but my face will always be facing towards the north direction. So this is just for confusion purposes. Okay. Okay. So now that was the first point. Second point is most important, that in which direction faces of Rani. So he is asking first the face of Rani, then the face of Sarita. Okay. So you have to find the face of Rani first. So Rani is facing towards east and Sarita is facing towards south. So east and south will be answer. East and south will be answer. So D option is correct. Had it there been east, south and east, okay, sometimes the questioner asks south and east. Okay, fifth option is south and east. Now the correct option is east and south, because he is asking about first Rani and then Sarita. So we have to find the direction of face of Rani and the direction of face of Sarita in the second. So I wrote east and south. Now if you see in the option there is south and east. This is absolutely wrong answer. This is just, most of the students, what they do is they find the location, they find the face towards which Rani and Sarita are facing. That's correct. But then they fail to write the correct option. South and east will be wrong. It will be regarded as Rani's facing direction and east will be regarded as Sarita's facing direction. That's absolutely wrong. Rani is looking towards east and Sarita is looking towards the south. Okay, so this is the correct option. So these are the main important questions. That's why this question is asked in SSC CGL. They won't ask you easy questions, right? They will ask you always the questions that that require full focus as well as precision in solving those questions. And look at this question as well. This is MAT 2014. This is also quite a good question, and we will be solving most important questions in the coming lectures about distance also. Okay, so I hope you got it. If you like my video, please share with your friends.